Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Melissa. So today we are moving our savings from these envelopes over to one of these that I kept seeing, and somebody had gotten this for me and I was much appreciated because it wasn't something that I was going to go out and buy on my own right away. I wanted one. I was probably going to get one sooner or later, but grateful that it was gotten for me. So what I got here is these are our savings, and only our savings is kind of like a weekly savings and extra savings. So our extra one is like if we put money in for pools at work, if we do scratch off lottery tickets, change jars, pop cans, because we live in Michigan, so you get a 10-cent refund for your pop cans so that you'll turn them in and not have it all in the landfill. They recycle them. And then like extra change, things like that. And then we have a weekly savings, which, and any money that's left over. So every week we take $200 out of our account for our spending money, and anything that's left over from that goes into this as well. And then our weekly savings, we do $20 a week. And then this extra was, we had wrecked a vehicle. And so the money that's in here was what was left over after we had paid off some credit cards and stuff. And then our hay fund is, we rent a hay field along with my brother-in-law. And so any hay that we sell off of that after we feed our animals goes into this to help pay the rent on that land to grow hay for our animals and to sell to help pay that bill. So we will start with the weekly one. And I do like an envelope paper. And so mine, I just made it myself. It's not anything fancy or anything. So we're on the sixth week of the year of the 52 weeks. So we're going to add another 20 to that. And I just color one in just for fun. I could just count it, but I like to add it in just for fun. So we'll color it in, and my coloring is not great, but you know, it is what it is. So we're going to move that one over. So we'll take off of, and then we have our money, like this is what our money is from the week that was left over from random things. So I should have I should have 620. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the one that we're going to add from this week makes 6. And then we will start them in here. So we'll add this one to this envelope. And I went through and I added them. They didn't have one that said weekly savings, so I put them in. This is our weekly leftover. And then I put our truck savings, like anything left over if we need to save up for tires, things like that. And then the hayfield fund, I did put an entertainment one in here. Transportation, shopping, and health. My husband is new to getting glasses. I have glasses, like dentist appointments, things like that. These are a pair of copays. We are trying to do a debt-free journey with our credit cards. However, we just went to the eye doctor. My husband's getting glasses for the first time, and I actually need new glasses. So that went on a credit card because of the price of glasses after insurance. But we're going to add these 620s to this. If I can figure out how this works. We'll put those in there. And then our weekly savings, this one here, I do a piece of paper, and I don't keep it like in a particular order. So like one week there was extra money left, and so I try to fill in the bigger ones first. So we've got the 108, the 107, 106, a 64, a 34, and a 55. And so we have all of that in here. And I did swap out some of like the smaller bills, and I'll put like, we'll take them to the bank and put in hundreds, things like that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 450, 460, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. And then this week, we had $35 left over. Like just left over out of what we hadn't spent, what we had gotten. So 20, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Somehow I've got an extra one in here. But we had 34 left over from the week. So I've got 34 And then we turned in pop bottles. And so I had an extra, there was more than 24. That's probably where that extra came from. There was more than 24, but I had used some of it to wash my car. So we're going to add the 34 plus 25. And so on my envelope, I already have 34 filled on here. So maybe we'll just take it and add a bigger number, because it's always easier to put smaller in later. And so if we just add the two totals from pop cans and what was left over from our spending money for the week, 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. So we'll fill in number 59 on this. And I got a lot of blues on here. Probably should have brought a pink pen. But we're going to use, let's use purple. And we're going to fill in the number 59. That way, I can always fill in like ones, twos later on. If I fill in the bigger numbers, them are usually the hardest ones to fill, especially for us. So we are going to organize this by bills right quick. And I'll probably exchange some of these ones for 5s and 10s at the bank. So like next time you see this, there won't be so many ones stuffed into here, but I could do that next time. Make sure I bring some of those bigger bills, because that's a little tight fit. Okay, so after, when we had wrecked our truck, we got the payoff from the insurance. And we had used a lot of it to pay off 2 of our credit cards, and then we had got parts for our truck. So what was left over, we had 6,500, I think, 6,500. We had an account that we forgot about, and then fees were coming out of it and charges were being done through an eBay account that I had. And so we ended up having to pay bank fees, and that was 64. So out of the 65 of the 6,500, we spent $4,186 on our Best Buy credit card to pay that off. We paid off our American Eagle credit card, and then the ball joints on the truck. And we should have 240 something left. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 2, 20, 30, 43. So $243 left out of that. And we didn't sell a whole lot of hay throughout the year. So we are going to add that $243 to our hay fund. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 2, 3, 4, 6. I don't think I added that right. 4. There we go. So $425 plus the $243, and that will give us $668, I believe. We'll count it. 668 is what I'm thinking I should have in my head. Okay. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 6, 40, 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68. Okay, so $668 will go in our hayfield. And the rent on this is a couple thousand, but we are splitting that with my brother-in-law because it feeds half of his cows as well. So we don't have to come up with as much. And then we have nothing for the truck because we had already used what we needed. We do need tires, so we may start adding to that later. But we'll continue to do this. We might do this like once a week or once a month. I'm not sure. We don't turn in pop cans that often. We don't really turn in our change that often. But we do add the $20 every single week. And we do add the money left over out of our pockets every week. So if I take those totals and I just kind of save them up and then do them like maybe once a month and add to it, might make this a little bit more entertaining. But hopefully the goal for this one is that I made this, so I did 108 days. And if I fill this whole page, I'll have $5,886. And then we were doing the 52-week challenge with 1,040. And I thought about just filling this one in like real quick with this and just adding all the 20s whenever, but I was like, well, that's not really fun. Let's see if we can do this throughout the year and have an extra. And then when these are done, they will go towards credit cards. So like we could pay it on the credit card right now, which is what we were thinking, but if something comes up, we may need it. So we're going to save it. If we don't need it throughout the year, we'll pay it all on the credit cards. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And remember, if you like what you're watching, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, shares, likes, all the good stuff, and have a good rest of your day.